Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. I wanted to do a new segment for today's video, and this segment was inspired by the fact that there's just too many makeup releases for me to review in 1 week, right? So in this week in particular, I feel like so many amazing new things have come out. Pushed certain releases to the side and I haven't been able to get to them. So that was the inspiration behind the name Warp Speed Reviews. Now, these are products that I'm still very much interested in, and hopefully you are too, but maybe they're just a little bit older. They're not brand spanking new. And I still want to give them a chance. I still want to talk about them on my channel. I still want to review them, but maybe not as in-depth as I do some of the other releases I do. It does take a lot of work when you're doing a look on camera. Sometimes you have to refilm it a couple times if you're me. And this way I figured it would give you a really good overview of how I feel about the products, how they perform, but it wouldn't necessarily be a 20-minute long video about, one specific eyeshadow palette, which I still love doing, but you don't need to do for every single product. So for today's video, for our Warp Speed review, we're gonna be reviewing ColourPop's Opal of My Eye collection. Now, I have been doing a real good job on not buying everything from ColourPop, but this one was hard to say no to. So I did end up picking up some of the collection, not all of the collection. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what this collection consists of and what I picked up. And while I'm talking about it, I'm going to be showing swatches on one of the sides of the screen. So you can see how they swatch, but I'm not necessarily doing it on camera. I've already done it off camera for you to see. So, what are we talking about in this collection? ColourPop's Opal of My Eye. Now, it is some real sea goddess goodness, as you can tell on my eyes today. I did pick up this collection just based on the colors, and I am extremely happy that I did. So let's talk about what's in the collection. First two things are the eyeshadow palette. So the first one we have is the Shell Shocked palette, and it is more greeny, purple, blue, very pretty. Next, we have the What the Shell palette. So this is much more pinky, you've got peaches, very pretty. And both of these palettes retail for $12 each. Next in the collection that I picked up, they had two cheek palettes. Now, the first one I picked up is the Shell Yeah palette. So it looks like this. I feel like you have to say it like Shell Yeah, but this is what it looks like. Now, these colors are a little too dark for me to use as a highlighter, but I can definitely use them on my eye. The second cheek palette they came out with for this collection is the Mida Shell palette. And this one is the one that I currently have on my face. I'm all about that purple. And yeah, it's great. Both these palettes also retail for $12 each. And these are the Super Shock formula, and it's absolutely fantastic. What else came in this collection? So this collection also came with a Soul Shimmering Body Powder in the color Skinny Dipping, and that's $14. I did not need that, so I didn't pick that one up. Also in this collection were 3 So Glassy lip glosses. That is a mouthful. Those retail for $8 each. Again, I am not picking up any more lip glosses until I can finish at least one in my collection. It's doable. Now, everything is still available on the website, so if you're interested in picking it up, you can pick up the entire collection for $82, which isn't really much of a steal because the entire collection is $86. You're only saving $4, but something is better than nothing. So if you were interested, everything is still available on the ColourPop website. Now, I've already used both of these palettes, and I have to say, the formula in these is stunning, absolutely stunning. For today's look, I exclusively used the Shell Shocked palette, and I've actually used this palette for a couple days in a row now, and I'm just stunned by how beautiful this formula is. They're calling it a pressed powder palette, but to be honest, a lot of them feel like they're Super Shock formula. Like, a lot of them feel like that. So you're getting really some great color. I absolutely love it. Now, as you can see in the corner on one of these sides, I'm going to include just a little bit of a demo of when I used the What the Shell palette, just so you can kind of see how everything performed on my eyes with that one. And I feel the same way about this palette as I do about this one, which was kind of a surprise because these are my colors. But wow, can I just say, these colors perform beautifully as well. Again, it's calling itself a pressed powder palette, but I just find that the colors are so soft and just that super shock texture where it's like, I don't want to say the word moist because I know how people feel about that, but it's a little bit moist, you know? But they perform so beautifully. Like, you don't need to worry about any fallout. I didn't get any of that. You don't need to worry about the colors not being pigmented enough because they show up beautifully on the lids. I just thought both these palettes were so impressive. I am so happy to have them in my collection. And I feel like sometimes ColourPop can be a little bit of a hit or a miss, and these just, they hit it out of the ballpark with these. Now, I haven't used this palette yet, again, because the colors are just gonna be a little bit too deep on me, so I need to do an eye look with them, but I have used this palette quite a bit. As you can see, I already have some dips specifically in that purple one. And again, I've talked about their Super Shock formula before, but it's just so beautiful. It has the most intense shine in it, and it lasts all day, and it's just like this purple sea goddess look. I am here for that. So overall, I would have to say this collection was absolutely stunning. I'm glad that I broke my ColourPop no-buy to pick this stuff up because it's gonna get a lot of use over the summer. I think all these colors are really easy to use, and if you're looking for something that has some color in it, this is it. This is gonna be a great buy. So hopefully you got a good impression of my general thoughts and feelings about these palettes. But I just thought this collection was great, and I wanted to talk about it even though ColourPop has come out with quite a few new collections since, which there's actually going to be another ColourPop review coming up this week because I did get their BT21 collection, and there's more Super Shocks in there. So excited. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. Please let me know below if you like the format of the Warp Speed reviews. I think it's fun just so we can kind of talk about the products. I would love to know if you picked up anything from this collection or if you're interested in it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!